Hi friends, it's Auntie Cuckoo here, bringing you a boho inspired Dreamcatcher DIY. So as many of you know, I've been busy making over my daughter's room to make it a little more grown up before she heads into high school, and this is one of the projects I've been working on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I made this simple little Dreamcatcher. Now it's not super complicated, and I picked up all of my supplies using coupons. I got this little embroidery hoop from Michael's with a 50% off coupon, and it cost me just under $1. I'm gonna go ahead and use just the inner circle and some paint I had on hand. This is my favorite gold paint, and I'm just going to give it a coat on the inside and outside of the hoop. Now, Dreamcatchers are not extremely pricey at all. There are quite a few affordable ones on Amazon, but we had a very specific color combination, so I decided to go ahead and make my own. And honestly, I think all told, it was just over $5. So quite affordable if you pick your supplies up one at a time using your coupon. When you're painting your hoop, make sure you paint the sides as well as the inner and outer portion of your hoop and let it dry. Now it's time to work on the center of our Dreamcatcher. And I picked up this little black doily from Michael's. I did use a coupon, so it was not $1.50, but I thought that this would make the perfect center for a Dreamcatcher and make it a whole lot easier. I also picked up some black jute, and regular price is $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. Of course, I used my coupon, and we're gonna use the jute to tie our doily into the center of our Dreamcatcher. So at first, I was just trying to figure out how I was going to attach the doily using a pattern so that it was completely even around the whole circumference of the wind catcher. What I ended up figuring out is that each little scallop around the edge of the doily ends up having 4 little holes. So I attached it on each scallop in 2 places. So you're basically going to take a small piece of string, put it over or under your hoop, weave it in one hole, out the other, and then back over the other side of the hoop, tying it into a snug knot. Then you can go ahead and trim off your excess jute and repeat the process through the other hole on the same scallop. Now, once you have both sides tied off, you're going to want to move to a different part of the doily and start connecting it crosswise. So you'll work on 2 sides at the same time. And when those are attached, go ahead and turn your wind catcher around to another area and start working on 2 opposite sides of the doily again. Then you just continue working all the way around your Dreamcatcher, making sure your doily is connected at each scallop and all the way around your hoop. It goes pretty fast, especially once you get the hang of how to tie them off, and it's pretty relaxing. I actually had a show on my laptop going, and it was a great way to spend a little bit of free time. Now I'm going to show you what the doily looks like attached in 4 corners and finish it off, tying off the rest of the scallops to show you the finished product. And here we have it. Here is our finished Dreamcatcher with our doily inside, all tied snug around the edges. Now it's time to attach our feathers. We're reusing that black jute twine, I picked up some beads at 50% off at Hobby Lobby for $1. And I got these feathers from Hobby Lobby for the gold. Those I used a 40% off coupon on. And I picked up this little pack of feathers at Michael's for all the black and white, and I got that at 50% off. So I did go ahead and take a look at my Dreamcatcher to decide where the top or where the bottom would look best. And I took a long piece of the jute twine and just tied it in a little knot to give me 2 strings to attach feathers and beads to. Now I wanted one of them to be longer and one slightly shorter. I did look up online just to see what the bottoms of Dreamcatchers look like, just for accuracy and inspiration. Now there is one problem that I found when beading your wooden bead onto the jute. It can be a little difficult. So that can be remedied in 2 ways. One is to cut off the edge or tip of your jute before you try and thread it through your wooden bead. Another way to remedy that is to go ahead and use a pair of scissors, run them through the inside of the bead to just loosen up any wood that needs to be a little bit more wide. Then go ahead and tie a knot so that your bead will be in place, and insert a feather in the bottom of the bead. Now you did see I did take a little bit of length off of the feather. It was just a little bit too long, and honestly, between the twine and the feather being stuck in the bead, it's not going anywhere. You could always add a little bit of glue for just stability if you wanted to, and then go ahead and cut off any excess jute past the point where you tied the knot. So as you can see here, I am trimming my jute, and I did also figure out that turning my jute as if I am screwing it through the bead worked very well for the stubborn beads. So just give it a little twist as you're trying to put it through a bead that might be just a little more stubborn, and you'll be able to pull it right through. Then tie your knot, cut off a little length on the end of your feather, and stick it in. That's it. Repeat that process for as much as you want. I just used up all of my beads. I didn't end up using all my feathers, but I'm very happy with the finished product. And that's truly it. Once you get your doily attached, all your beads and feathers tied off, it is truly a really cute piece of boho decor. My daughter loves it, and it didn't cost us a whole lot of money. So those were the 2 things that were important to us. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I recreated a Dreamcatcher piece of decor for my daughter's boho-inspired bedroom. I will go ahead and list the products that I used down below in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and message me below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed this wind catcher DIY. It's the first one I've ever made, and I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was easy to understand and you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all very soon in the next video.